Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, everybody? Listen, man, we back again for another episode of Evolutionary Men Live, Evolutionary Media. I am your boy, Coach Ferg, man. Listen, this is Thursday. Summer is winding down, man. Let's get right into it, fellas. Listen, we got a late start, but that ain't gonna hold up the show, man. Got some
Hey,
of my other partners in crime, some other soldiers out here working in this world, man. Listen, man, we're gonna get right into our pies, man. Everybody sound up? Do my volume sound okay?
eh,
So,
absolutely. Salute.
salute, salute to Evo working hard. Hope the other fellas get to join us, man. But this is gonna be a pretty interesting show, man.
Mhm.
So let's get right into it, man. Let's do our pies, man. I just do a simple check in, man. Start out with my physical. Yeah, so y'all saw the pies chart, man. My physical part, my body, my head, all the way down to my pinky toe. All of those things are part of my physical. Physically, hey, I'm getting old. I can't pick my wife up no more and play around. I got to do everything according to the book. I can't run the 40 no more, under 5 flat. I might
Oh
run in
Lord.
5, 6. I can't do
Oh,
75 push-ups no more, but
wow.
I'm okay. Yeah. Intellectually, man, I'm just rethinking YouTube. YouTube is a bunch of separate entities, and to me, it makes me very weary of how I want to spend my money. I
Oh,
just
oh.
may give it out when I leave, but as far as letting somebody swindle it right now, I don't see it. So I'm just thinking about YouTube and listening to people talk. Let me see, what else is it? Emotionally, emotionally again, it's part of my intellectual right now. My emotions are like, man, I'm getting tired of this whole everybody get on their own boat, everybody get on their own little raft and try to float together. It ain't gonna work for me. So I'm just starting to narrow down my little nest and just protect everything that's sort of within close proximity. That's friends, family members, people I don't know, people I know on YouTube. I respect everybody, but I don't carry around everybody's energy. So spiritually, I sort of be connected to where I'm at. When I come to this space, I try to connect with the guys here and the conversation and people that be in the chat, man. So yeah, with that, man, I'm in. What's up, Dalton Robinson, man? Thank you for stopping by. Good brother, man.
Oh.
Yeah, he always
Oh.
in there talking mess.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. You gonna go next, Carl?
well, hey, second in charge. Physically, I'm doing way better than I was last week. Detoxing from all the stuff on the cruise, so I'm feeling better, no more stomach pain. Emotionally stable, even though I'm being tested every day, especially on social media. Um, Intellectually, I'm learning a lot more things than I did this last week and this week and even yesterday. So, I even learned some stuff today. And spiritually grounded, stabilized, and still teaching and learning at the same time. So, what can I say?
Nah, that's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So for me, starting off physically, hey, I ain't gonna lie, your boy's tired. it
Wow.
is. I know it's a rare thing. It doesn't happen often, but I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? I gotta remember that. But I had a couple of sleepless nights this week, and I'm talking about for the week total. I probably got about maybe 12 hours of sleep for the whole week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous, and I realized it affected me because I went to the gym and I wasn't able to hit like I'm able to hit, and I'm like, damn, I'm really tired. Like I can't even do what I'm supposed to do. So now my head is like, bro, you at that age, you got to take your rest serious. Like, it's ain't no
That,
game no more. You feel me? And that
that's what.
ties into the intellectual part because now I have to be more strategic with my time and the things that I'm going to choose to give my energy to, because I can't give my energy to as many things I did before, because sleep is a requirement. It's a necessity. My body's letting me know, like, not only am I not going to be able to perform, I'm probably going to get hurt a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, we gotta make sure that's okay. Now, emotionally, it did hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie, emotionally, it did hurt my feelings. But I've also been challenged emotionally in other ways. You know, sometimes you deal with people that love you, but they get close enough to you where they can ask you certain questions that may really make you sit back and be like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? It hurt a little bit, but the only reason it hurt a little bit is because there's a lot of truth to it. You know what I'm saying? So really being able to navigate that, you know, this week is big, on top of being tired as hell. And then spiritually, man, listen, this is horrible. I had no time for my Bible this week. Shame on me. Shame on me. So yeah, me and him this weekend, this Saturday, this Sabbath, me and him, we're gonna be talking, man. It's definitely gonna be a need for some meditation, because adjustments just gotta get made, man. You know what I'm saying? So those are my pies, man. Those are my pies.
Salute, man.
Okay.
Real quick, Carl, before you go. So your spiritual, you out of whack with your spiritual connection, right? You out of alignment.
Yeah, I would say so. It's
out of alignment.
It's starving right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of alignment. So you know, your age and your far as your stamina, just gotta run a little bit. Y'all don't shoot ball no more at 35. 35, you know, grown man. You know, but I'm just saying, man, you good, man.
I feel you. You know, I haven't ran it forever, so I might need to get back on that track.
Yeah, shoot some ball, man. Salute, man. Your check-in is getting better, man. That's it. So you gave some introspection today. You said your feelings was hurt, right? So when your feelings became hurt, right? How did you respond in that moment when you got to face that reality, and that reality sometimes like it's humbling.
It is.
I think it's more humbling than anything. Like, dang.
Yeah.
See, that's why you got to respect the older guys like me and Carl.
I got some gray hairs in there, man. You know what I'm
just saying.
My wisdom coming through, man. My wisdom coming through.
That's when you start having internal arguments, I call it. Your mind and your body is not agreeing. Okay, and that, like you said, it does affect other things like your response, physically, mentally, intellectually, because you're distracted. You're constantly distracted, so you can't focus. Everything's connected. So I get it.
So let me ask y'all this question real quick before we get
into
the question.
Real quick, Coach. I chose not to respond. I actually chose not to respond because I knew I was feeling something, but I wasn't really at peace with what I was feeling, so I just chose to sit in silence. You know what I'm saying? I chose not to.
But that is a response, though. That is a response.
No response is a response also.
You just internalized it. You internalized it and you thought through it. Yeah, that's so. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. We get into the question, man. Just based off this whole pies alone, right? What do y'all think about that concept? How do y'all feel? Do y'all believe it's sort of giving you a different perspective, sort of how to evaluate, day to day, week to week? Do y'all ever apply it?
It's a reflection. That's all it is. It's disciplining everyone to take the time out to do some sort of reflection, but this is more constructive because you're experiencing all four food, I call it food groups. And now you cannot make excuses from it, but actually explain it, confront it, and make sense of it. And now learn from it. So you don't keep repeating it. So yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah,
Reflection
I
is
would
important.
definitely agree. Because these are things that unless you guys brought it up, I ain't considering this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm not thinking about it, but they're not gonna come up in an intentional manner where I sit down and be like, all right, bro, how are your pies? You feel me? They'll come up to me radically, but this is far more intentional, and I like that.
Evo, can you bring it up and real quick, just for somebody in the chat?
And it's great also for future reference for guys that's in a relationship or with a woman. hey, babe, what's your pies look like today? And same vice versa. So you
Yeah,
can learn from each other.
Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So real quick, Dalton, it's just an acronym. PIES, P for physical, I for intellectual, E for emotions, and
Hmm.
S is for your spiritual. What are you connected to? Your God, your space, your job, your family. It could be anything that's giving you a connection. Again, your emotions, happy, sad, glad, mad, concerned, worried, you know,
Hmm.
excited, melancholy, all of those type of feelings. Again, intellectually, what you're learning. Yeah, you know, what you ain't learning, what you want to learn, this new stuff to grow. And what's the first one? Physically, we getting old, man. We getting gray hairs, and you know, like you said, you injure your ankle today, it might take you to next Christmas to get healed again. So that's part of it, man. Just reflecting on that. But yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. Let's get right
Okay.
into it, man. So we got a list of questions, man, and we can just go down the questions, man.
In
Dapper,
number
you see the
order.
back chat?
In number order.
You see the back chat, Dapper? Oh, he on the phone.
Okay.
Carl, you want to choose the first question? I
Okay.
was
Well, we're
gonna let, I
going.
was gonna see I was gonna see if you wanted to choose the first question, but
No, I'm gonna start with the first one that
all right.
we always leave off of. Um, Selective joint finances. Now, this covers between people that's been together, living together in a relationship, and even may apply to people that's married, because I know things have altered in a way people look at finances when they're with their partner. Male, female, doesn't matter. So, yeah, joint finances. Is it a mandate? Is it an option, or do people believe in it? Because some people do think that he has his, I have mine, you know, and I said that in a way like, speaking from a female's position, don't get me wrong.
Mm-mm.
So a man may say, hey, I got mine, she got hers, but jointly we have a kitty that we both contribute to. And that could be for vacation. That could be for a rainy day. That could be for whatever y'all agree upon. So joint finances is, like I said, doesn't matter what age group, but it really constructs around people that are legally married, not legally married, but living in the same household in a relationship. What's your takes on it? Is it mandated? Is it optional? Or is it a hell no? Because selfishness
Dapper
is.
on. Okay, I'll go Dapper. You go ahead. I mean, for me, it's simple, man. I think I heard you. I think mine is similar to yours. I'm married, man. Okay, let me start. Let me go backwards. When I
Go
was dating, I ain't sharing nobody's bank account. Goddamn it, none. I ain't never doing it. I wasn't never gonna do it. I wasn't ever gonna. I know my mother told me never do that shit. No, I think I stayed with a woman about 6 months one time, but I do stuff around the house. I'm a cook, clean, wash all my clothes. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna have fun all over the house. I'm gonna put the
Oh.
kids to bed, to sleep early. They gotta go to school. But I did that when I was young. I don't know. When I
Well,
say
once you
young,
got married,
I did it one time in my 30s
okay,
for about 6 months. I
Okay.
tried it like, oh hell no. But me,
okay.
I've always been a sports guy, coach guy. I've always had
Hmm.
that. We got to have structure. You know
Yeah.
what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I didn't. I like a physical part of a woman, but what turned me on about her consistently is the fact that she has order too. So
Yeah.
I could meet a woman, we kicking it, we vibing. I go over our house, and our house is a
Hmm.
wreck. I understood, like, okay, I'm not going to invest in this. Yeah, it's grown
Hmm.
women,
Yeah,
30, 40
yeah,
years old, keep a messy house. I'm not a
yeah,
messy guy. All
yeah.
my clothes have its appropriate place. I don't leave shoes laying around and
That's
pants,
that's
and
one of
that's not me. Even if I went over a dude's house, and if he lived like that, he wasn't my dude too much after that. Because I'll be in
well
there like,
that
man,
that
clean this.
that's
But
one of the secret reasons why women don't elect to invite men to their house anymore, after
I mean,
going out on a couple of dates or 6 8 months together because of exactly that. I know he would reject me if he found out I live like this.
but 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 okay. But see, here's where to me this is where men be at fault.
Mm-hmm.
If you getting that type of vibe for a woman, right, and then you say, all right, we want to take the next step and live with her. She don't allow you to come in that ragged ass house and check it out. You a sucker. You don't get no sympathy. I don't play
Wait,
that. You
but
no,
wait,
Yeah.
you
but wait.
don't get no sympathy because as a
Okay,
man, if you saying I
Sucker.
want you to leave and be in this house, you have to set the tone. If she come over your house, if you got a nasty house, y'all made for each other.
but
Yeah.
I'm talking about devil's advocate. We're not talking about the first week or month. We're
Six
talking about
months, 8 months,
3 months,
10.
6 months in the relationship,
Come on,
and
man.
you don't even know what color her walls are.
But
I
but but
understand.
but Carl,
That's
Carl,
insanity.
but that's
Yeah.
still his fault. That
Yeah,
ain't got
but
nothing to do with her.
remember, hold on. He can't force the issue either because
No. Yes, he
hold on.
can.
Devil's
He
advocate.
can.
Listen.
All
Devil's
right.
advocate. Devil's advocate is for security reasons because she lived by herself or she got kids and she don't want to bring men around her kids. All these
No.
different factors that women
Mm-mm.
have used as a reasoning not to let a guy that they've been seeing for the last 3 months come over to the crib.
But he ain't the guy she's giving that thing to. What we talking about? Dudes is running. Listen,
Mm. Somebody in there
don't
getting something.
listen, man. Most single women call in their early 30s. They not waiting no 6 8 months to a year. This shit happen when they get close to 40. From 17 to 35, like my man Dapper. Man, what you talking about, Carl,
But
man?
they got
If you ain't
babies at that age. They don't
no,
have
but it don't
after
matter. Hold
40,
on, hold on.
them chicks
But
over 40, hold on, them chicks over 40, their kids is
But,
16 and up. They grown.
but
Most of them is
still,
out the
but
house.
Carl, the whole issue is that if you meet a woman, you done took her out
Mhm.
on 2 dates, 3 dates, done wined and dined her, you done calculated in your little budget that you gonna take her out, and you smash. Now you smash enough to say she gonna call you back, right? Now you done let her come over Friday night, Saturday night for 5 months, and she's still
Mhm.
calling you to take her out. And you as a man, you ain't going over her. If you can't pull up over her, I don't give a damn if you sit in the car. If
Yeah.
you can't pull up over her and be like, come on out here, let me holler at you. Put the kids to sleep. I'll be back at 11:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Oh, not booty call hours. What the
Man,
hell?
yeah.
Absolutely.
What you talking
Be
about?
be out
You
by
Absolutely.
4? No,
you
we
a
ain't doing that.
sucker. You
That's
Yeah,
a
what you
another
man,
mean?
don't do
subject.
that.
That's
You
another
gotta remember,
subject.
No,
Carl
I'm
like
just
the
saying.
ladies with
No,
no
I'm just
hands and
saying.
stuff, so they
Yeah.
probably can't clean the
Yeah,
house
don't
well
st-
anyway.
listen,
Yeah,
But
so
listen.
he ain't even
Yeah,
trying to go in there.
you know what? Stop that bullshit.
so Carl, let me ask you this.
So that hold on,
I'm sorry.
Dad, you've been with the chick, y'all live together,
Hmm.
or you're married to her. Are you doing that joint bank account, or are you gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
like,
Hey, listen, man. Apps are goddamn looted. Because first of all,
so
we
what?
supposed to
How
be
much?
a team.
Well, how much you donating in that joint bank account?
So me personally, the conversation is going to be like this. Here's the budget. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out our bills. Once we take our bills, we'll take out maybe something fun like a emergency and a travel. What is left, we get allowances. You know what I'm saying? If you staying at home, you don't need as much money as me going out. But if you are a woman that is going out, you probably are going to need a little bit more money because you at home, you can get a snack. You don't have to run to the store to get food like
Can you?
I do. You know what
I'm
I'm
sorry to
saying?
interrupt. Can you back up? Are you saying when the bills are out? Are you
Back up.
saying that she's contributing towards the bills?
Yeah, we putting all our money together. You feel me? It's
So,
one pot, especially if she working. Like, cause here's the thing, right?
no,
I've had
I
this
want to make sure
conversation
we
before.
understand. I want to make sure
Go
I
ahead, go ahead.
understand. We're
Yeah.
talking about a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
No, we talking
It's
about
a
100,
relationship.
100. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We talking about 100,
So,
100.
you look, just for clarity, joint bank
Yeah.
account means
Mm-hmm.
that both parties
Mm-hmm.
contribute a certain amount of money into a
Mm-hmm.
bank account
Mm-hmm.
that they both have access to. And
Mm-hmm.
it's only taken out with the permission of the other or under agreement that this is what we use for flying out or vacations or rainy day.
No, I feel you, right? I feel you. But if we're gonna have an
Okay.
adult conversation, the bills are non-negotiable.
Right.
They
It's
gotta
not
get taken care of.
negotiable.
We need somewhere to live. You feel me? Now
Right.
here's the thing,
No,
right?
I get that, but that has
If
nothing
I'm,
to do with joint bank account though. That's
oh
before the
no,
joint bank account.
Huh?
I don't know, because the model that I presented is, you know, at the end of the day, we put our money together. You feel me? We take care of what we got to take care of, and then obviously you got what you need to take care of over there for your little rainy day, for your nails, for whatever. And then I have my own personal. Everything else comes out from the team. The reason you structure it like that is because if you don't, people get very selfish and very funny with money. Because here's the thing, eventually I'm going to be the main breadwinner. It has always been my goal. Wherever we start, I'm going to make sure I'm going to find a way to help replace that income so you can come home. You feel me? That's always been my mindset. So eventually it's going to be all me. But if I got a woman who's not willing to work with me for the benefit of herself, that is a height of selfishness, and you shouldn't be a mother. Why would I get you pregnant? You feel me? So that's why it's like I tell people, listen, forget all that nonsense you're hearing. Like, you over here, you're basically preparing to fail when you're saying, oh, we need separate bank accounts for this and I gotta be safe. Lady, you don't need to be safe from nothing. The government is going to make sure you get half. Period. You don't need all of
That's
these
that
so-called
that's
contingencies. It's
but
a
that
fallacy.
no, hold up. Don't confuse it too. That's when you're legally married. If you're not
That's what we're
legally
talking about.
married, that
I thought we
but
were talking about marriage.
that's no, but that's why I said you and her just live together.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're saying you paying all the bills or she got to
Never.
pay half
50
and
50.
half, 50-50.
Yeah, yeah.
But separate from that, every paycheck, both of you deposit $50, $100 in this bank account that both of you have access to, both of you contribute into, and it's
Mm.
not nothing is taken out without both permission,
But
or like I
you're
said, rainy day,
framing it in a
whatever.
way that I'm
Yeah,
not framing
yeah,
it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't use it that way. You
yeah,
know what I'm
I get
saying?
what he's saying though. Both of y'all saying something that's real, that's true. That's why I'm hearing everything you saying was a spot on. Carl, I'm thinking you're saying just in living together, right? We just create an account and say we're gonna put some money over here and let it just sit over here until we need it for something that we're gonna do together.
Right, right. So
Yes,
that's
but
that's if you're living together or if you're married, that you
no,
have separate money that y'all both put in that account for whatever reason that y'all agree on. But the
yeah,
thing is, though, that has nothing to do with bills or your
no.
individual needs.
Right. That's just an extra little savings account.
Oh, so
So
Right,
you talking about
right,
something
right.
separate like that?
but even
Oh,
with that
okay.
call, that's the same as a regular bill account because if we covering our bills, right, at
Mhm,
some point, the money we put in our bill account, we still
mhm.
on the good. We still on the
Mm-hmm.
positive.
Yup.
We ain't it ain't just going down to zero. It might stay up 500. It might stay up 1,000 if we really investing over time. And that's
Right.
the thing. But then this little extra little the bill account, whatever car note you got to pay, everybody's car note paid. Now me, and this is me, and this is we've been doing this now in about 3 years. Me and my wife live off of $15 a day a piece.
Okay. Not a lot of money, but okay.
It ain't a lot. It seems like it ain't a lot of
It's
money,
doable.
but
Nah, once
no,
the
it
bills is
ain't.
paid, it's doable.
Listen, ain't nobody done it. So for y'all to say it, I had the same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same mindset because I'm like, let me try it. Because I was, I like to shop. I probably got more clothes than most women on YouTube. I like to shop, and I can only wear leather shoes.
Hey,
Only,
stop
you know what I'm
playing
saying? I
with him.
don't wear plastic shoes. My feet are
Yeah,
manly feet.
talk to him.
But but what I'm saying is, once I adopted that method, it's like everything quadrupled in a short period of time. In a
Mhm.
short period of time, everything quadrupled. That's $900 a month cash between me and her together. Everything else is paid. Everything.
So separate from whatever she makes, you make all the bills, car notes, whatever, whatever. Y'all have $900 in an account that
No,
got
no. We just have $900. Yeah, sort of like that. But I can
that
use
you can if y'all
I
had a
can carry
joint
if I
account.
carried around $15 a day in my wallet, I can spend
Right.
that every day.
Okay. Okay.
I might not
So what
spend no
about?
money for
But what
10 days
what?
straight.
But what is y'all putting in an account that both of y'all have access to?
I mean, that's 100 to 100.
Yeah,
Everything that
Okay.
I ain't, we ain't, I've always, I like banks, but I don't really trust banks. So
Okay.
from the time I was
Okay.
15 years old, I ain't never put all my money in the bank. I always kept me a stash. I used to give my father
smart.
some of my money as a teenager when he done paid all the bills and he done got to go to work. I used to give him some money for his little lunch money because I always had money like that. I learned how to cut hair. So, but what I'm saying is, once
Mm,
I got into a mind like I'm not a I'm not a name brand guy. I'm a
Yeah,
quality
mhm,
guy. So if
yeah.
it's that real leather, that real, cause remember back in the day, you used to wear that rayon material,
mhm,
that
Rayon.
nice.
What the hell is
I'm
that?
into that. I'm into
What
yeah.
the
that
hell,
style, right?
Rayon?
So once I
Let me
figured it
apply
out,
Google.
I've always been able to budget for a little bit, but then everything used to triple. So once I got married, and here's how she came to me. She showed me she bought all of her Halloween candy and dumped it out on my table.
Mm,
Because I have conversations about money. Because if I go over your house before we say we together, and I see
Yeah.
that your house is scattered, you don't know how to handle money. You
right.
don't know how to handle. If I
Just
see you
like the
going to
back.
the grocery store and you buying
Mhm.
all this bullshit food, you don't know how to handle money. So I wasn't
Well,
going to invest in that. I wasn't going. I already knew because my mama said no. If a woman move like this, stay away. Okay,
okay.
cool. I can come over. I can bring some pizza for the kids. I can bring some chicken wings over. I can bring you a little drink over. I can bring you. I
Mm,
can do that. I can come over and fix all your loose cabinet knobs. I'm that type of dude. But
okay.
when I say put everybody to sleep, then it's
Put
grown folk
everybody
time
to
for
sleep.
me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I wasn't a pushy guy. I can come over and teach a kid how to throw the football and shit and teach him how
So,
to ride a bike. I'm that type of guy.
so let's clarify.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
Dapper's not with the joint bank account. Coach
How did you
is.
get there? What?
No,
How did you get
listen.
that idea?
Well,
Yeah, that was
this
saying.
is, well, I'm clarifying. I'm clarifying it because it's either, yes, baby, we can both donate money into an account we both have access to, but it's put away for a rainy day or when we decide to go on a trip or whatever. That has nothing to do with bills, personal needs, and nothing else.
Mm-mm.
Do we agree with that?
Yeah,
But yeah, that's fine. Everybody need a little vacation money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Now,
he said
now,
that pretty much.
now, the question now becomes, how much do we put in it?
Man,
Depends on how much you make, man.
yeah, you got to
Okay.
pay
That's
yourself
all. That's
thirty
all
percent.
relative to how much you make.
Yeah,
You feel me?
that's it.
Okay.
Pay yourself
And
30%. Pay yourself 30%, 20 to 30%. Some weeks you might have to pay yourself 20%. Next week you may pay yourself 30% and try to keep that 20% to the next week. You don't just go
mhm,
Yeah,
under, especially if it's extra income. You always try
yeah.
to keep at least 20% for the next check. And over
See,
time, that shit will build.
my problem was when I started making money, my goal was to try to spend it all before my next check. That was
Yeah.
literally
okay.
my goal. If I had some money left before I got paid, I'm like, man, what can I buy with this?
Wow.
But
Come
but that
on, man.
but
I
Carl,
know, bro.
listen.
I know. I left my house
But
at
that's
17, man. I was
but
young.
but but again, that's the and I'm gonna use a harsh word, but I mean
Yeah,
it in love.
go ahead, bro.
That's the what's that? That's the dumbness of the financial literacy that we
Yeah,
have young. See
yeah,
what I'm
straight
saying?
up.
We get it. We got. That's how people still live today. And y'all got friends like
Ignorance.
that. They got to
Yeah,
get that money. It be burning in their hand. Like,
I'm
man, what can I
telling you,
do?
bro.
But see,
Mm,
Literally.
mm, mm.
but here's the catch, and this is why I'm trying to tell my son: you catch it early, develop that
Mhm.
discipline early, so when you get
Yeah.
35, you can go spend all the money, and since
Hmm.
y'all ain't really trying to be in a relationship, you can just pull up on somebody with $40. Like I got 40 for the front, 60 for the back,
That's it.
Right.
and if not, then I don't know. You go on OnlyFans, but I'm just saying, man, you
Listen,
got the money,
I'm
you
only
gonna spend
saying
it.
because,
Don't trip.
Yeah, that's facts.
I'm just saying one thing that sometimes we try to be consistent with, but it's hard, is how much gas we got to put in that vehicle or more than one vehicle. because you never know when you got to use that vehicle more often or less often.
Yeah, I
You
just
talking
feel
about
that
gas in the
man.
woman's vehicle?
And all the
Oh
vehicles.
shit! Your vehicle, her vehicle, doesn't
We
matter.
living together, but that's what I'm saying. That's part of
Yeah,
that bill money.
you're living
Because that's
together.
part of that bill money, though. All those are required bills. That's a
Yeah,
required bill.
but that has nothing to do with the joint bank account.
Yeah, but there still has to be two joint bank accounts. You know that, right? Has to have a bill bank account and a joint bank account for savings and extras. That's how
Yeah.
you roll. That's how you
Oh,
get
see,
that
I
money.
forgot. I forgot. Y'all guys are
Yeah.
talking
See, that's how you
50-50.
get that
Okay.
money.
I'm listen, I have to back off that one because there's only one joint bank account because I'm paying all the damn bill. I don't need no two bank accounts for that.
See,
So,
and that's the thing, right? That's good. That's all good and dandy. But from my research, the black family has never moved like that. The woman always help. We always work
always,
together. Oh,
always,
from the dawn of
always,
time, we've never lived that way, bro. It's
never,
never been us, ever, bro. Check,
never,
I'm telling
Are
you,
you sure
check,
about that? Because
bro,
I
I
remember.
promise
100%.
you.
Hold
Check
on.
the
Let me.
history.
Hold on. I don't need to check this. I witnessed it in so many different households that the man came home and gave the check to the woman, and she took care of what was needed in the house.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie,
All
bro.
the bills being paid or whatever.
Uh,
All you did was give her the money, the utensils to do it.
So, Carl, yes,
that's
what you're
TV
saying is
life, bro.
true. Listen, however, what you're saying is true, right? On a social scale with white America, remember, black people were cleaning houses, getting cash money. They brought all that money home to the family and they
Yep,
divvied it up. On a
yep,
social scale, like white America do it, they women wasn't working. They didn't clean the house like the sister did. To
yep.
see the
Yeah, but
see
men
going
didn't go to the supermarkets. Men didn't. It wasn't going to the laundry.
right,
Men.
right.
All right. So women
But the
were the
women
ones
had to.
distributing.
But see, the women back in that time, Carl, they took care of the home. They didn't look at the
Yeah.
home as a
Right,
job.
and they used the man's resources to accommodate that.
And a lot of time the man took care of it. She might have wrote the bill, but he went to go pay it. It was his money that she divvied up, and he went out and paid it, or she took care of it during the day while the slow kids was at school.
Yeah.
But
I
that was her
mean,
role.
that's
Stop
She
true.
calling
played
them
more.
slow kids. Stop
I'm
it.
just saying, but the
No
women of the
jabs.
time played. But see, the thing that made women great of the time before us, Carl,
Oh, ass children.
they played a hell of an administrative role. Their
Yeah.
Yeah,
administrative role was top
yeah,
notch.
yes,
And the
yes.
man and the fight, despite black fathers getting a bad rap of being active in their kids' life, a black
Mhm.
father, when you look at those stats for the last 100 years, they the most active in the slow
Number
kids' life.
one, baby.
They
Still
the
number one.
most active.
Number
They the
one,
most
baby.
active.
Number
Even
one.
Nug Nug will play with his
Ain't nothing
kid if
like a black
Saprina
father,
will let
boy.
him be around it. Nug Nug will be
Yeah.
around his kid if
I'm not
Saprina let
touching
him be
that.
around the kid.
I'm not
I mean,
touching
it's
that.
true.
All right, let's
Hey,
get to the
man.
next question, Carl, man. Let's
Yeah.
go, man. Dapper, man, choose a question in the back, man. You choose
No,
one,
no,
man.
no,
All
no,
right,
no,
let me
no, no,
go.
no, 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 no.
Let
I
me
I'm
can't
go
even
going.
see
first.
him.
Oh my God.
No. I
I
gotta
don't even
go
know
in
why I
order
can't see
for a
him.
reason.
Well, let's
I
start at
gotta
number
go.
one then.
We did the number one. Now
No,
I
no,
moved to
not.
number.
Hold up. Should a stepfather be a mentor to a child? That's the question.
Oh, 100%.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Should a stepfather be a mentor to a child? What you think, Dapper? You say 100%?
I say 100%, especially because I've been in countless situations where I've dated older women with boys. Obviously, they single moms, and even sometimes with their daughters, where a situation comes up, but they don't have. They're so frustrated, they don't have the patience or the emotional intelligence to see what's happening and remove the pain of maybe the disrespect or the disappointment that the child caused them to be able to effectively understand that, yo, this is what
No,
this
no,
child
no.
needs.
I'm lost. I'm saying you said who don't. You said somebody had the pain to remove the disrespect.
Yeah, so like, all right,
Again.
perfect example, right? A lot of the times what happened with the mother is the child will do something the mother doesn't like, the mother internalizes it. Now it's personal. You did this to me, I can't believe this, da 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 da. So now they can't really hear the child, much less understand what the child is trying to convey as to why their behavior is the way that it is. Now, me
Yeah.
being somewhat of a mutual party, you know, you get in there, you kind of want to be their
Yeah.
friend, you don't want to discipline them too hard because you want them to open up to you. Now they open up to me, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, you know your mother, da 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 da. You know, as a stepdad, you get the unique position to kind of play both sides a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You talk to the kid, get them calm down.
Mhm.
You go back to the mom, hey, this is what it is, and both of them confide in you, and now you get a great vantage point that can't be there unless you're there. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to communicate because they're upset.
Mm,
And
I got
I enjoy doing it. And I'm one of the people that believe if you decide to pick up a lady and she has children, the goal should be adoption. You know what I mean? And one of the situations I had, I straight up told them, like, listen, your dad is your dad. But if you want to be called by my name, we can do that. But that's going to be your choice. You feel me?
This is
Because
why.
your
This
dad
is
is your
why.
dad.
This is why I love and use as a very good staple on the wall the movie Claudine.
Oh,
mm,
God.
It's like the blueprint to handle, tell you how to handle children that are not biologically yours, even though you're trying to be with that woman. It also taught, if you remember the movie, if you plan on being with the woman, don't want her for herself alone. She comes with a package. Acknowledge it,
Mm-hmm.
respect it, and be prepared to handle it. And I love how he got to know each individual kid. And by the end, hey, we're all together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I think Dapper, you spoke from a perspective of I guess a boyfriend or a man of a woman, and you did
mm,
say that if a man chooses, a stepfather, you know,
He already chose.
today a stepfather role to a man is like is almost worse than being a baby daddy
wow.
because
That's a stretch. No, no.
Nah.
hold
Let's
on,
hear
hold on,
him
hold on, hold
out.
on,
Let's
hold
hear
on.
him out. Let's hear him
Yeah,
out.
hear me out, right?
Because
Because
I would tend to agree in a
The-
lot of
no,
situations.
because I'm speaking from perspective of men who are vowing today not to choose to be a stepdaddy because
Mm-hmm.
they're looking at it like the father still has access. The father still has some form of mental control. Because let's just say you're a good guy. Dapple's the good guy. He's over want to teach the baby how to swim and all this good thing, give him some discipline. But the baby father come around and by default, he is the father. He
He
should have
outranks
access
you. Yeah.
he should have access to his son, right?
Mhm.
And listen, even though she may be mad at him, whatever, he still has access to his son. Now, his
Right.
behavior as an adult has nothing to do with him having access to his son. Whatever part in their life he might have broke her heart, cheated on her, it's gonna be something bad that he did, but they ain't
Mm-hmm.
together. But that's a lie. If they say it's something, most time that's a lie. But
Yeah.
anyway,
But this
so
this
hold
is
up,
hold on
Carl.
real
Hold up,
quick.
Carl. Hold on. You got now I'll say this. It's important for the age of the child. The boy's 8, 9 years old, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. He he like most boys, get a little rambunctious. Carl discipline. Carl ain't got time to be played because Carl old. He don't want to go outside. You
Whoa,
know what
wait a
I'm
minute.
saying?
What's old, nigga?
That's right,
Yeah.
Carl. You
Yeah,
I'm
old.
what
just
are you
saying.
talking
What
about?
I'm saying is,
Yeah.
not you, Carl. Just the demeanor. Hold up,
You talking about
dudes.
Paul Winslow?
Dudes don't have personality today. They want to sit around out in the house. They don't want to take the kid. They don't want to go out and get some exercise. Show the kid
Mhm.
how to shoot a jumper. They more boring ass adults. But the kids rambunctious. You have a little problem. Now you say, hey man, you need to chill out. Man, you ain't
Okay.
my daddy. You ain't my daddy. Don't make me call
Hmm.
my daddy. How do you handle that as a stepfather?
What you need to do is call your daddy and ask him why he late on our child support, boy.
But see,
Yeah,
this
but
is
see,
this
that
is the
shouldn't be
cheat.
known
Hold
about a
on.
child.
But
Because
this
that's what
is
I'm saying. These guys are having the mindset, and the women are letting them know. You hear women all the time. I don't need a father for my child. He got a father. Really? Really?
I hate
but
that
that's
when
the
they
hold
say
on, hold
Happy
on, hold
Father's
on.
Day to
That's the
themselves on
listen.
Father's Day. I hate
So
that so much.
I don't want to lose this train of thought. That type of chick, leave that woman alone immediately because the whole purpose of you two interacting long term thinking is to
But,
build the relationship so we can be together long term, marriage,
but,
so forth.
but
Now, the cheat code though to what you just described, if you marry the woman and you are in the household, yeah, he's still the biological father, but you have more stated claim as to access and all that because
nope.
legally, even though he's still the biological father, you being head of household supersedes
Nope.
that shit.
No, Carl, that's the way you see it. Hold up, Carl. That's the way you see
Yeah.
it. Because you paying all the bills, but still, you ain't his daddy. He want his daddy. He
And
want
And
that's
his
what
daddy.
and this is the
and here's
choice and
another thing on
option.
top of that. I've
You have a
seen a lot of women, even with the real father, they say this: "Don't hit my child. Don't talk to my child this way."
bye.
The moms be
Bye.
getting in the
But
way.
Carl,
Well, bye.
hold up, Carl. It goes back to what we talked about earlier. You done had to wait 9 months to a year to go over a house, right?
Yep.
Now
Mm-hmm.
you done got to a point where you going over and now you want to move her in or
Mm-hmm.
move in with her. But
That
you
never
ain't had
happened, but
no
I got you.
conversations about how we handle little nut nut. How we gonna
Yep.
Right.
handle this boy when he get out of hand? Because he's about 6.
Boxing blood.
You know what I'm saying? He's 6 now. And
Mm-hmm.
I got too much stuff. I ain't got time to be, cleaning up behind him. Well, he's just a little boy. Well, listen, and that's where the dynamic gonna come in because she gonna make sure that you are just a stepdaddy, and your word
No,
ain't really
well,
valid
what
to
come?
him,
Listen,
to the baby.
just like what comes with the woman is a package. What comes with a man also has a package. Discipline, structure, leadership skills, all of that comes with the plan. So that means if I am living in this household and I'm paying all the bills, my structure comes with that check. My discipline come with that check. If it doesn't, then there's no reason whatsoever that I need to invest in you any further
Carl,
because you're giving, you're taking what I'm giving, but you're not giving what's needed back for this thing to run smooth.
Evo, drop the link.
And
Drop the
see,
link, Evo. Drop the
and,
link. Bring
oh,
up
she got a
somebody,
link.
and we can have this discussion. But
I
Carl,
got the link.
what age would you? Because you saying a man been able to pay all these bills. What age you think that man is?
Well, and he has to be over 35, over 40. The reason being is because for a man to be mentally, physically, emotionally prepared to handle responsibility of a woman, of a family, he has to also already establish 10 years of living in one place, 10 years on a job. There has to be some sort of pattern with him already established for him to walk into that type of responsibility. So
Yeah, that's
I got to
crazy
say
work.
35, 40 years old.
Man, that's
That
too
that,
late.
that I ain't going. Thank you. Carl, that's
I'm
crazy work,
saying
brother.
25
That's
is not the
crazy
age.
work.
30
Hold
is
on,
not even
He
the
should
age
be
because
going with no woman with kids. You create his own.
no, the
bro.
reason why I said 25, 30 because remember, a lot of people are having kids early.
No,
So
call they waiting.
Now we
They don't
waiting.
push
Yeah,
this
I'm
back.
waiting. Yeah.
nigga, there's too many people running around having two, three kids and now all of a sudden claiming celibacy, okay? Well, there's no weight
I
in
hate
my
that.
hand.
By the
Yeah,
way,
because
ladies,
these women
stop
are
doing that.
34, 35 years old. These women
Yeah,
are
y'all need
already
to
Yes, they
stop
single.
doing that.
are. Yes, they
You
So
giving
are.
that
so
up.
so listen, let's address
That's
this from
why
the
you see them running around calling themselves goddesses and all this crap. Because come on,
because so you gonna be a stepdaddy to one of those children? So listen to this. He not only still has access to his child in some situations, he still has access to the mom's
The
cheeks too.
kitty every time,
She
boy.
didn't say
Baby,
cheeks, but
listen, man. I remember I was at work. I was married at this time. I was probably like 30 years old, something like that. And I'm talking to this girl, and she was talking about going up to Atlanta to see her baby daddy. Da da da. Now this was a girl who shot at me a couple times. You feel me? And she said, you know what? Yeah, I'm going up to Atlanta, and I already know he's gonna try to do this and do that, but I ain't gonna give it to him. So when she got back, we had the conversation. Of course, she gave it to him. She's like, well, baby daddy can always get it. And then I started hearing that like over and over, especially while I live in Florida. It's like a thing. The baby daddy can always get it. He always got access. So a lot of times you see a lot of children will later come out and say that, yeah, my mom basically said that my stepdaddy is a sucker because he over here taking care of my mom. She got 2, 3 kids. You feel me? He only got one out of her, and she be talking to him crazy, and he just got to hold his tongue. And unfortunately, I've seen this with my own 2 eyes, and it made me sad because my dad technically was a stepdad, but he held it down. My sister called my dad, like, My dad was just crazy
Let
though.
me
You know what I'm saying?
let me
So
give a
it's,
little transparency confession.
go ahead,
Out
stepdad.
of three, I could say that
Leave it right there, Evo.
I could say that I'm a
Leave
professional
it up.
stepdad because I've been in way many situations where I had to deal with a woman and her children, even help raise them. And most of them grown, still call me, stay in touch, even though I'm not with their mother no more, whatever. But that's the thing, just being a part of the raising part or some sort of influence to make it better. Because remember, some of these guys, they was raised by their mother. Now here I come in the picture. They never even know how to tie a tie,
But Carl,
grooming habits, whatever.
listen, you're not a stepdad until you married. You just a boyfriend.
Mm.
You just a boyfriend
Mm,
providing his resources. You playing a stepdaddy role, but you just a boyfriend being used by his resources are being used.
I
I
can't say
understand.
that. I can't
Okay,
say
I
that.
know you couldn't
I get
say.
that.
So let's go to this right here, man. So I don't like it either. Not to replace the father, but to add a new dynamic eventually to the family structure. And she also made another comment. So in these situations, do y'all believe most people are having these type of conversations about being a stepfather, stepmother before they really commit to living together? What's up, brother
On
JT?
a majority scale, no.
JT in the
Mm,
building. Yeah, I would
On a
also have
majority
to
scale,
say
no.
I would also have to say no, but on top of it being a no, what I've seen is when the conversation is brought up, especially by the man, it's mama bear time. You can't hit my kids, you can't discipline my kids, my children, my children, my children, my children. And it's like, listen, they might be your children, but they my responsibility. So
right.
I don't want to hear all that BS. You feel me? Because
Right.
I'm not gonna let you talk crazy to me and disrespect me in my house. Why would I let your child? So here's what's going to
Salute.
happen. I'll tell you one time, get your kid. If you don't get him, I'm gonna get him.
You gonna get them, Dapper.
That's simple, bro. I'm
All
telling you one
right.
time. I don't got time for that. You out of your mind.
All right, so let's go to the next question, man. Y'all got any comments y'all want to shout out? What's up, brother? What we know
Listen,
podcast, JT. Salute, man.
JT in the building.
Shanita. What's up, Shanita? Sunshine 5.0. Again,
Yeah,
my
them two
brother
been dropping
Belton
some nuggets
Robinson.
over there. You
Thank
feel
y'all
me?
for coming by, man. Who's that? Nikki TY. What's up,
mm,
Nikki? Smitty's
Shout out.
Corner. Sam the Sam.
mm.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. Anybody, man, listen, I was ready to drop the link, man, to see where this conversation. So let's get to the next question. It's similar
I'm,
to the
I'm,
one we talked about earlier.
I'm caveating over to number two.
All right, go ahead.
Does a man qualify to lead if he makes less money than a woman?
Anybody in the chat want to answer that question? Nope, not even me
Does
and
a
my kids.
man
And
That
let's
should
see,
be an easy one.
this goes back to the comment earlier, Carl. You can't even meet the kids until you get serious. Most people, they already looking at it like it could be a problem, so it might be 6 months to a year
See?
for you to meet the slow kids, and then
See what I'm talking about right here?
and they Ray. When I say slow, I don't mean your kids. I just call all kids slow because
Yeah, what he do.
don't nobody
I don't
love the
know
kids. Don't nobody.
why.
Reason why I say it because don't nobody love the kids like they're supposed to be loved no more. These kids can't
Oh man.
read.
I, I'm
Kids is
going.
overweight, emotionally disturbed, crashing out in the
That's because
schools.
their mama
Man,
ain't whooping them. That's why.
get these kids right,
Oh
man. That's
Lord.
all I'm saying. So they won't be slow no more.
I'm an advocate that I don't believe in whipping a kid's ass.
South.
Be- I'm just saying. Don't judge me.
I ain't gonna whoop no
I
kid that
mean,
ain't
don't get
mine.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know how to. I know. Remember the old plucking thing?
Oh, I used to get that in church.
Okay,
Wow.
but I can't see myself doing that. One, because my own strength. Number one, and two, if I got to resort to that, that means my communication skills is broken or not there. I need to exhaust other remedies before I go that route. And one of the things is the communication and connection. And it's
Well,
worked. I've raised kids
well,
without beating their asses.
listen, the easiest way I can tell any man to go, if you meet a woman and she seemed to have her child under control, right? And
Mhm.
listen, I'm gonna say school age. School age children, they can hear, they can understand. They may not be able to reason all the way, but they understand, right? So what you do is, just my advice, right? When you think you want to be together with the woman and she trusts you as a man, then listen, you have to have the conversation with the kid outside the mama.
Of
You have to
course.
do that. But
Of
people don't
course.
do that. People don't do that. And I ain't saying, he take the baby off running off nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? Just be in the other room with the door open or something. Just don't be listening. Don't be, what I'm
It's
saying,
a
folding some clothes.
it's not a 1 day conversation. It's an
No,
investment
no,
over
but
time.
but but the conversation after you've had the conversation with the woman on the direction that y'all going, now she's saying, okay,
Hmm.
I want to be a part of this and pay these damn bills. I'm saying for a man, had a conversation with the child a couple of
Right.
times. Be in
Get
that
that
space. See, because
established structure.
but children are looking for structure. See,
Yeah,
they looking for it. Now that's
they
a
want it.
kid. Now a
They
kid,
want it.
11 and 12, 13, you have a family meeting with her and all anything 10 and above. Everybody sit in a circle and y'all talk about it. Listen, I'm a guy, I like structure. How many of y'all
Hmm.
like to stay up all night? I don't like to do that. This ain't the house. But you have to be willing to have those tough conversations. You
Yeah,
gotta
Hmm.
that's
get out,
true.
get out the feelings. Don't give a damn about no should nobody
You're not
come in
their
there with
friend.
feelings.
Yeah,
Because if you're
Can I
looking to
bring?
invest your time and your money, two
Mhm.
things you can't, well, you can get your money back, but you can't get your time back. Have a conversation. And if you go into these spaces, be the stand-up guy that you say you're gonna be.
yeah.
Ladies, you gotta cooperate with a nigga that want to take on your slow kids. As long as you know what I'm
Would
saying,
you
if you're
stop
trying,
with the slow kids,
well,
bro?
well,
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
they slow. God
Okay,
damn it, they
so
reading it under
not
a
the
third
not
grade
the
level in
not the
high
slow
school.
Carl, not the slow kids, just the overweight kids. No.
The ugly
So
ones.
Would y'all stop doing that bullying?
It's
Can you
not.
please
bullying,
pull
Carl,
up?
Ain't no
stop.
kid
Hold
on
on,
the
Be
hold on,
quiet.
live
hold
talking
on,
about
hold on.
bullying.
Carl, stop.
Listen,
Stop.
I am not triggered tonight in
Stop it,
case you
man.
didn't notice. Don't
Stop it,
start.
man.
Nah,
You,
stop
Can you
it.
pull
you
up?
like
Nah,
Hold
bullying
on.
nobody,
To
man.
the
Be okay.
question.
nah.
To the question.
Carl,
Can y'all
I
pull up?
apologize.
Can
I
you pull up
apologize, Carl.
Sunshine? Listen,
I
Sorry.
apologize for bullying. Let me
can
let
we
me say
pull up
this. Uh,
Sunshine's comment? That's all I want to know.
Which one?
Sunshine's last comment she just made before this one.
Oh, okay. It
To
which
the
says,
one is it?
question.
I don't think how much a man makes determines if he's a leader or not. If he has leadership skills and the mindset that he is a leader, no matter what kind of money he is making.
There you
Yeah,
go.
And
Couldn't have
that
been
that
said
makes
no
sense.
better.
because he
Yeah,
may not
that
make
makes
as
sense.
much money as the woman, but he might be, in most part, a better budgeter. And trust me,
Most men are.
if you're a better budgeter, you can always have more money. You're gonna keep money circulating.
Most
That's true.
men are, Carl. Most men are better budgeters than women.
We
You
have
know
to be.
that.
Women
Men,
spend 71
yeah.
cents on the dollar. They
Carl, I
market
don't
to
see how
women
you
and
don't see
children
that,
for a
Carl.
reason.
I don't see how you don't see it
Yeah, I
because you was
noticed I'm
taking
Yeah,
not responding to that
you
one.
you you was taking care of another person's home and they had money to do what they want. So your money was better budgeted.
yeah, that's facts. And then the thing too, like there was that surgeon that went viral because she still cooked and cleaned, and they was like, "Girl, why you doing that for no man? He ain't your son." Da 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 da. And it's like, bro, ain't it funny how the single girls always got to say something about a wife? They always
Yeah.
trying to tell a wife what they shouldn't be doing, but it's like you cold and alone in the street. You gonna have to buy a cat and 20 dogs so you can have a warm bed at night. Leave that lady alone. Yes, she a surgeon. Yes, she making big money, but she got her man. Same thing with Simone Biles when she went and got that football player. Everybody has something to say about her, but now she happy. You feel me? She happy. She got what she wanted. So it's like at the end of the day, we got to stop allowing the changes in society to get us away from the nucleus of what made us strong to begin with. Our families were strong when they stayed together and the woman had respect for the man because he is a man. At the same sense, a lot of dudes now is over here clowning women. Oh, you're a broke B. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this because it's like you wanted to compete with us. You wanted to be over here. So now we treating you like how we treated the men and you don't like it. You should have never crossed over to the street. It's like I said a couple weeks ago. Accidents happen when you don't stay in your lane. The man was designed to lead. He is not as emotional. He's not going to make as many emotional decisions. And if he does make an emotional decision, it's usually out of anger. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if we know that 9 times out of 10, a man is born into a world where certain skills are innate to him, allow him to perform where he's good at. Same thing for you ladies. You already know where your strengths are. Stay right there. The problem is,
But
I always tell people this. I don't think we as the black community has bad women. I think we have great women. They can still stand toe to toe with any woman out there. They just make really bad men. That's the problem. Our women make really bad
but
men, and a lot of them is doing that right
I would be dismissed if I didn't say pride and ego doesn't play a part on either part in that whole scenario, because some people don't want to admit when they're bad at something or when they're not good at something. Or it's like somebody being around you, you love them, you enjoy them, and all this time you didn't know they was dyslexic.
now. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? But they do their part and their best to make sure they function without you knowing what they're embarrassed of. So some flaws is okay out in the open, transparent, and some people they got a problem with letting their flaws just hang out.
What call when you say flaw, the one anything that's sort of medically diagnosed or something like that,
Not
cognitive.
necessarily.
Hold on,
Not
anything.
necessarily.
Hold on, Carl. You not let me finish. You
Oh,
not let me finish. Anything that's cognitively diagnosed, yes, most people wouldn't bring those forward unless you asked and you understood that you knew how to recognize the signs. The problem with most black folk, we hate to admit when we wrong. We hate to admit
okay.
when we wrong. We will argue our point to the end, even if it's to the death of us. And this
That's
is
the
where
pride.
Well, that still falls into pride and ego, so I got
yeah,
that.
yeah, and that's the problem because even
Yeah.
with women, they will suffer to their own detriment just to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
will put everybody at risk if they in their feelings about some shit.
It's over.
They got their heart broke. They will, they will put everybody at a disadvantage for a
Yep.
long time, and don't let it be kids where they getting child support. They'll play that game.
Ooh.
And this is where, and listen, they understand the process. Some do. Now, and this is again, ladies, we're not talking about everybody. It's just that, like in our small minority that y'all say that's giving us a bad name, y'all small minority give y'all a bad name too.
Well,
And the
majority
world
sticks out
expect,
more than the
but
minority.
but the world outside of black women expects the black man to fail.
Yeah, 100%.
But the thing that makes it worse is that the black women compile on that what the black man ain't doing. When most of y'all ain't reading the Bible and y'all ain't reading the true stats on black men. Most black
Mm-hmm.
men are doing a lot better than most women.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all the most
I want to
enrolled.
talk about that.
Y'all enroll in college, traditional. Y'all go sit in the classroom. I done been a college admissions advisor. A lot of sisters struggle with reading in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, most brothers go to skilled trade school. Look it up.
Right.
98% of brothers
Plumbers,
don't go to college.
electrician,
They go do
AC,
stuff
that.
that work with their hands. So if
Yeah.
you got a boy and you ain't teaching him how to wrap the garbage up, make up his bed, run that vacuum cleaner, shovel that rake, your boy will be a little slow as a man. He'll make
Yeah.
a bad father. He'll make a bad worker. He'll live with you until you get fed up. And then you'll be like Jody's mama. Mama need a life too. So get him active early with a call, somebody that's some discipline, my man Dapper, somebody that's going to be a motivator, a great mentor. Hook them up. Find those type of guys to bring into your home. So all he wants you to do is cook for him, rub his feet, give him a little, back door, front door,
That's
sloppy,
it. You already
put him to
know.
sleep early. Don't cheat on him.
Do
He
me,
gonna pay
feed me,
all your
leave me alone,
bills.
favors. Yeah.
Throw him a barbecue for his birthday, something like that. Let him have a poker night.
You know
Buy him,
what?
buy him a couple of little tight shirts y'all like to see him in.
I,
He'll be
I,
good.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be nice tonight, not triggered, but okay.
Go get
I
triggered.
got you, brother.
Because I
I
mean,
got
Don't
look,
you.
get triggered.
at the end of the day, what Coach is saying is true. Because a lot of times people come up with these excuses, man. I was talking with a little girl. She was, kind of talking crazy to her mom, and the child had a point. But I was trying to let the child understand is though you have a point, your point is not a good enough reason for you to be disrespecting your mom. You got a point. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And there's a lot of times I've been in conversations with people and they have points, but it's not good enough, bro.
I think
It's not.
I gotta say it because it's gonna bother me if I don't. Um, Guys have to understand that if you're doing a good job, if you're effective, if you have what it takes, you don't have to tell, force, persuade children to respect you. They want to listen, they want to learn from you because you bring something to them that make them want to. You have seen 1,000 times these little, baby kids, they may not listen to their mother, but they damn sure gonna listen to you, and you just been there a hot month. It's all about what do you present that convinces them, make them want to listen to you, make them want to be disciplined by you. So we don't have to try as hard as people think, and we don't have to do a lot of talking. It's just how we approach.
But
They
a
all
man that had
I'll say
Carl,
I'll
everything
give him that.
what you're saying is true, Carl. But for me, how I look at it based on what you said, because just to narrow it down, because you the way you explain it, the way I hear it is on a grand scale, right?
What's going
But
on, Richard?
I
to
just, I
break it
just,
out,
I just don't want guys to get the impression, even based on this conversation, I don't want things to come like, oh, if you get with a chick and she got kids, especially boys, go in there like you Ving Rhames. No, don't do
no,
that, bro.
no,
Don't
no,
do that.
no. But see, you, but see, you spoke. You no, no, no. But see, you do go in there like Vin Rames, because see,
Yeah.
people look at you got to look at the whole part of what he bought to her. He bought
Oh,
structure to that home, right?
Yeah, but
right.
Hold on. He saw a boy that was getting out of hand because men recognize wild ass boys. That's what
That's
men
right.
do, right? And look, he only put him in a hole to say, listen, while you out here thinking you a man, you a boy, and
Mm-hmm.
you at my mercy. And look, and take me out. Listen, I had a daddy who didn't give a damn about the way I felt about shit. If you
That's
came
it.
on my house with that do rag on, Carl, and you
mhm.
think you gonna walk through my house, mother. Listen, I went into his mode. He would have called you every name to get the hell out of his house. He didn't give a damn about that, right? So only thing I'm saying is, a boy when he get like 12 and his balls separate, he need a father to hem him up in that corner and say, look here, little ugly ass boy, you better go in here, you better
Don't
do
forget
your
the
work,
stupid.
you better clean this damn house up.
No,
that
Yeah,
that's
whole
a
piece.
but that's what
again.
boys don't get.
Yeah.
That's why they
All they
struggle.
need.
Boys don't get that. And
They
now
need
he's
a little
15.
bullying, man.
He's
Yeah.
15. He get to bring a girl over his mama's house and have sex. He get to smoke weed over his mama's house. He get to do all that. Now you saying calm down. He's already out of control. Ladies, I gotta go. If you got a son, you got a decent baby daddy, a stepdaddy, uncle, let your little son go over a couple days a week. Just chop it up, learn some man stuff. If you ain't got nobody, you gonna have to look. Show him how to do man stuff. Make him shovel all the snow, rake the leaves when you cut the lawn. Or if you make him do
What
man
about what
stuff.
about what
Boys
Wash
and
about
his,
Girls Club, if you don't got it, they help you
what
out.
wash his
what
own
about
clothes.
what about grooming habits? How to deal with his
Well, take him to a barber shop. A barber shop will show him. Ask the
Yeah.
barber. He'll know how to groom him. He'll
Yeah.
know how to go. Or you can read about it. Don't put all that products in his hair and face. Just take this exfoliated skin, put a little Vaseline on his little body. You can put some colognes in the Vaseline. You can make it fragrancy. You don't need all that. Our skin is good. Soak his dirty butt in the tub. He got to
That's
sit
it.
in the tub and get his crust out his cheeks, all that. Brush his teeth, comb his hair. Salute to
Yeah.
y'all. Rock out, fellas. I'm out of here,
yeah,
man.
All right,
yeah,
coach.
yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about right there. Now I'm saying coach had to lay
That's
that sucker down
coaches.
on him, boys.
Coach is a little bit too much food, too much spice.
What you
I
mean?
take
That's an old school, good
yeah,
old
but
ways dude right there, man.
I just said don't come in like Ving Rhames, and y'all mentioned smack them up and all this other stuff.
Hey, look,
I
man.
don't know.
Pain is an excellent teacher and a great motivator. Sometimes you just got to put your hands on people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just had this conversation with a girl at the gym. She real sweet. Oh, I want to beat the kids. But then when her dog don't listen, she beat the dog. And I'm like, why do you beat the dog? She's like, well, because I can't communicate. I said, the dog don't want to stop. Oh yeah, you're right. I said, exactly. What do you do when somebody doesn't listen? You feel me? You talk to them, they're not listening. Pow! If you don't listen, you gonna feel. I've always heard that from my mom. Who don't listen is gonna feel. And here's the thing: you beat them at home so they don't get arrested in the streets. Because if you don't discipline them, the system is going to discipline them.
Yeah,
Now what?
but you see what you're saying. This is why I'm very reluctant about that whole absolute beat the ass, because you're saying if you don't beat their ass at home, the cops will beat your ass, or people out there in the street gonna beat your ass.
That's a fact.
Why? But
That's a fact. You know the call. You
listen.
know
No,
it's a fact.
no, but it's not absolute, because I've experienced raising children where I didn't have to put my hands on them, and
Yeah,
they are
that's true too.
very, very respectful. They're not the ones to start a fight. They can discipline. They can discipline themselves, and I think. Well, not I think. I know by me teaching them how to discipline themselves. That's why they never got into no fight. They know how to handle conflict, minimize it, diffuse, see it before it comes to them or start. And there was no ass whipping involved, and they still
Hey,
respect me.
hey, see,
I
look at what
can't.
Shawnita said. Look what Shawnita said. She said, as
Mm,
a behavioral counselor slash specialist, I see this every day, Carl. The parents baby the kids and give them no structure, then get
mhm.
frustrated when they are 11 and disrespectful. You feel me? Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying if you give them the structure early on, they won't even get
Right, and
disciplined.
it
They
be
don't even need to be disciplined. But
right.
sometimes you got to pop that little dude in the mouth. I'm just saying.
But
Not all the
I'm gonna.
time, but
But what I'm
sometimes.
doing is, though, is that I'm not taking the responsibility away from the parent or parents that's not investing the time to put it in there.
Mm, okay.
You
Okay.
understand? If you telling me that your son should be disciplined automatically, but you're too busy on OnlyFans, tricking on dudes and all that, you're not investing in that boy to learn discipline, because you dropped them off at your mother's. You came home
Bro,
Sunday or
oh,
Monday, picked him up, and
crazy.
because he didn't do X, Y, Z, you quick to whip his ass. But wait a minute, where was you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? What was you doing? It wasn't
Hey,
invested in him.
I feel you on that. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
can't be quick to
I feel
whip
that.
some ass because you didn't do your job.
I feel you on that. And with that, we gonna agree. But if I tell you something too, listen, I gotta tell you once, you get a warning. I tell you 2 times, now I'm gonna yell at you. By the third time, bro, I'm just gonna beat your ass. Cause now you disrespecting me at this point. You ain't
Dab,
deaf, you ain't dumb. You know what I'm
dab,
saying?
dab. I'm gonna
Beat
be
your ass.
very honest. If we was to go back without you being able to say a word and
Mm-hmm.
replay you as a kid, I know goddamn well you was told more than twice.
Yeah, and I got my ass beat.
All right
And then I was
then.
only told once after that. A matter of fact, I got to the point where they didn't have to tell me to do it no more. I just did it because I knew that butt whooping was coming if I didn't. See what I'm saying? The first it went from I told you once, I told you twice. Sometimes it's up to 5 times. Then I get beat. You got to tell me 4 times. Got beat again. Now you only got to tell me twice. After that, hey, you don't got to tell me no more. I got it. So I want to get beat. I literally remember my friends is about to go do something, and I thought about the ass whooping I got the last time I did this. I said, nah, y'all go ahead, bro. Y'all got that. Matter of fact, I forgot I got to do some homework real quick. Take my happy ass home. Because I knew that butt whooping was coming. My mom had too much friends in the church, and they was always snitching on me. All right? Anytime I did something, she would find out. I ain't get away with shit around there. I don't understand how New York is such a huge freaking place, and one of my mom church friends always saw me doing some shit. It ain't make no
Well,
sense.
well,
You know what I'm
Jeff,
saying?
because I know Coach ain't here with us, I know
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna like the next question. Why do you think
Oh, Lord.
dudes out here think they can group on marriages and group on relationships? What makes them
Groupon
think they can
marriage.
group on marriages and group on relationships? Why do men think they can just step out with their dick in their hand and demand, project that a woman should accept them unprepared?
You know what? This is a tough question, and I'm going to say if I have an answer at all,
Mhm.
it will be because how do I even say it? It's kind of like nowadays when a man is going to the store to find a woman, the jug ain't full. So yeah, they're gonna use the Groupon. I
But
mean,
you know,
even if they pay full price, what are they getting? You know what I'm saying? What are they getting, Carl? You know what I'm saying? We got to think about it from both sides. Because on my side, I get it, right? If you don't, hey, you know, I had this post the other day. You know, you got to get your funny up and your money up. The women need both. You feel me? So I'm not an advocate for stepping into a
it's
situation you're not prepared for. I get that. But
yeah,
at the same time, what are we getting?
because it's too many guys out here, and I'm saying too many meaning the majority of dollar store dudes. They actually demanding the cooking, the cleaning, and all these benefits as if they're married, but nigga, you don't even have life insurance.
You know what you
You
need to
haven't
do,
even
Carl? You actually
you
need to
haven't
go
even
over the dollar store dude and the corner. You got to go over that because I don't even think
we
they know what you talk about when
no,
you say that.
we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna break it down because the book is still in process, but I need people to understand as a man, if you know you cannot handle the responsibility of a woman or family right now at this second, no contingencies, no life insurance, you don't even have your own crib. You haven't even lived there for more than 10 years straight. You haven't even had a job for 10, 15, 20 years. Leave these women alone because you're not prepared. You haven't established no pattern
Mm-hmm.
that you're ready for the responsibility of a woman, much less a woman with kids,
I
whether it's
mean,
yours or not.
it sounds
You
good,
can't
Carl, but
because
by your standards, niggas ain't getting married till they 50, bro.
no, by these no, by what I'm learning, that's why I said about earlier with the pies.
Yeah.
I was on a live today where dudes are coming up with so many nuanced excuses not to get married because
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to. They living in this denial. They don't want the responsibility. I want the coochie, but I don't want the responsibility to come with it. I want you in my life, but I don't want to pay for nothing. This Groupon shit.
I mean, I feel you, Carl. I agree it is Groupon shit, but I'm just thinking about me growing up and how easy you was able to have access to that poom poom. So it's like, why am I gonna now pay full price for something I've been getting? It's been used up, and that's what I mean. The jug ain't full no more, Carl. Like I just gotta keep it a buck. The jug is not full anymore. So hell yeah, I'm buying it on discount, bro. I'm sorry.
But
You know what
this
I'm
is
saying?
what
You got
happened.
two kids. I got a
But
stepdad for. You know what I'm
but
saying?
see, this is the thing about discounts, right? Discounts is not the same quality as something you pay full price. Meaning, you can get a discount and get a Toyota Corolla, but that's not a Lamborghini. That's not a Tesla. That's you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Lamborghinis are
It's
never on sale. You're right. I agree.
right. So this is why I say the deal, if that's what you can afford or if that's what you want to go, that's fine. That's what you qualify for. But what I don't understand is how you living with your mama or roommate or you don't even make more than $15 or you're just a plain street hustler. Why are you in women faces talking about you gonna cook, clean, and wash my clothes and this, that? Why are so many demands? And when the demands are not met, you start complaining. Nigga,
Hey, I
you're the
feel that.
one.
I feel that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play. You don't got the price of admission. You know what I'm saying? It's like going up to a vending machine. If it costs $1, you only got 75 cents. Guess what? You ain't getting your soda. I get that
And and you can't break the machine and get the water to about the price
because
is
you
too
going
high.
to jail. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You going to
this is
jail.
how I see a lot of dudes, even on social media. This is how I see them interact and talk. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on.
Now,
What's
I
up?
feel you. I
Super
feel that.
gang. What's up? Peace. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
Super Gang in there, JN in there, Lulu, but you feel me? And this is why I say to play devil's advocate, it is hard to find a woman who can actually do these things. And here's the thing, right? This is what I'm noticing. The women who can, cook, clean, shut up, their price is so high, it don't even make no sense. They because they have these skill sets, they need goddamn, Andrew Tate, they need Michael B. Jordan, they need the top class guy, and then they're overlooking a lot of these service dudes, industry dudes, plumbers, electricians. diesel mechanics. These guys are getting overlooked because while they can maintain a family, they can't provide the flash and the pizzazz. So now it's like, yo, I got, bro, let me get a discount, shorty, because what you want, you feel me? It's like, I don't understand. I really don't. Like, that used to be the basics, bro. It used to be the basics of a woman to be able to cook, clean, and sew and know how to console the man. These women don't have these skills no more. So while I get it, if you find in one of these top class women, pay that damn price. You feel me? If she's worth her weight, she's worth her weight. But most women just aren't. So give me my discount. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Give me my little discount.
Which leads me to the next question, which is denial.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Denial has to do with a few ways. You know you're not qualified, but you're putting yourself out there. If a dude is sitting there and saying, I know I don't qualify for that chick that's like near long.
Oh yeah, sit your happy ass down.
You can't listen, you don't think you could treat Nia Long the way you would treat a Cardi B or Remy Ma or one of them scallywags.
Scallywags.
It's not gonna work. The same way that you have interacted or had baby mama with Shaniqua and them is not the way that you can come across a chick that was more like a Felicia Rashad or a Tracy Ellis. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with more class. You can't.
I mean, you name it. That's what I'm saying. You naming the best of women, bro. You naming the top of the top, the cream of the crop. I feel you on that, but
why so many people?
Oh, go ahead. Ask a question.
I'm just asking why so many people lying to the outside, but in denial with themselves. Sit down and understand you don't qualify for certain type of people.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the truth, and this is the honest truth. Carl, unfortunately, it's majority of the women do not qualify for the men. It's not the other way around. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you got to come out here, Carl. You got to come out here. These women do not qualify to be taken care of by no man. They don't. They deserve to struggle.
All right, let me do this.
Some of these women are crazy, bro. They're crazy.
I'm not debating that. I'm just going to say this.
What you going to say?
A chick gives a man access.
True.
He smashes. Everything is good as long as we're conveniently, I emphasize conveniently, smashing. The moment she says she's having twins and you're the dad, remember, you don't even have $100 in your checking account. Remember, you haven't been on a job in how many years, you're a hustler. Whatever the case may be, then why are you smashing knowing damn well? That's like driving a car and you have no money to get it fixed if it breaks down.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you, Carl. I'm with you. But the truth of the matter remains, they the ones letting them hit. Men control access to relationship and female control access to sex. They the ones letting them hit. What am I supposed to do about that?
I don't want to hear that because the discipline part of it all, just because it's offered don't mean you have to accept it. If you know that you got less than 100 in your pocket, you know you shouldn't be doing anything because your priorities is mixed up.
I feel you, but that's like asking a homeless man not to beg, Carl. That's what you're doing. You asking a homeless man not to beg. Yeah, he should get up and get a job, but he homeless. All he can do is beg. You feel me? Like, that's what you're doing. These dudes out here, Carl, they starving, man. They starving. They just want a little, you know what I'm saying? They just want to feel a little warmth. You know what I'm saying? And look, at the end of the day, the women want to feel a little strength. It's a trade-off. So just like I said before, the cost of pom-pom has gone down significantly because we let the hoes, the 304s, teach our women how to be women. And they've been listening to the wrong people.
But listen to what you're saying. Dude just finished doing 10 years in prison. And he comes home just like the dude that just got fired from his job.
Yep.
Why the first thing you do is getting some skins?
Listen,
Nigga,
I ain't gonna lie. That's probably gonna be the
listen.
first thing I want to do when I get out, Carl. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother.
But listen to what I'm saying. The first thing you come out from doing 5 years, 10 years, 20 years in jail is you want to go get with a chick. Now she's pregnant, nigga. You barely starting over for yourself.
Yeah, I feel
Come
that, bro.
on.
I feel you. But
Now you're
again,
gonna feel real pressure because now that she's pregnant, you don't have no job, you don't have no child support money, you don't got a job, you're not prepared. And it's the same way with the guy that just lost his job. You
mhm.
just lost, nigga, you better go do Uber Eats for a couple of months before
Hey,
you
look,
think
man, I
about,
feel you.
and
I,
this is no
I, I
shade to
feel you.
nobody. It's just a matter of using logical discipline and saying, listen, man, if I ain't ready for the outcome, I need to chill out. I
Yeah,
need to chill out and stop
yeah.
living in denial.
I mean, you
So,
speaking from a very responsible place, Carl. But
come
we
on.
know, we know the world. People ain't that smart, Carl. I ain't gonna lie. Unfortunately, the world ain't as smart as they should be. Okay,
I'm not
because
taking no excuses.
hey, what you need to
All
do
you're
is
doing,
have you some daughters and teach them the right way so they can get these niggas in line, Carl. Because I promise you, a good woman will get a man in line, bro. I've seen it happen. I've
and
seen it happen,
that's
bro.
a, like I said, that's just one form of denial from the man. The other denial comes from the woman.
Okay, let's
I,
talk
I
about it.
got two of them. Don't say you got good coochie.
Go ahead, Carl.
Don't say I can get any man I want.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the different forms of denial here. The
Hmm.
lies always start with self, and then you project it out to make other people believe it, and then you complain or get mad because they don't believe it. Patterns matter.
True,
Your
true.
patterns matter. If you got good pussy and you've had more than one baby daddy, denial.
Mm. Mm.
And don't
Because
use the thing that, oh, well, he still want me back. Again, denial.
he just want a hit.
He wants the comfortability, the convenience he had before.
Yeah.
It just happened that you play in the middle. The denial, you have good coochie. If you had good coochie, you would have been married 20, 30 years. Because ain't nobody giving up no good shit.
I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell
No
you.
different, no different than if Method Man was at your door right now. I'm sorry, hon. You would not fuck another dick in your life.
You know, it's funny you say that because they was getting on Kobe's wife for that because she let somebody else get her pregnant, and they like, yo, what are you doing? You can't have no seed for somebody else, bro. You carry children for Kobe Bean Bryant. How dare you lower yourself? You bring seed in this world for another man, and I would have to agree. Me personally, I would have to agree because what the hell are you doing, lady? Come on
But,
now.
but wait a minute. Life goes on.
I feel you. I feel you, but that's like you a queen, right? You a certified queen, and
It
then you
don't
let the
matter.
baker get a baby out of you because the king is dead. That's
It doesn't
crazy.
matter. Life, no, it's not. Life goes on.
That's
That's like
crazy
telling
to
that's
me.
like telling somebody how long to grieve. You grieve for a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever. But life go on. What did homegirl say? Mama gotta have a life. She's
Shit.
getting older too. She know the deal. Ain't too
I
many dudes
mean,
lined up at her door, so she gotta take what she can while she can. So this way, like I said too many times, we need to look at people who's gonna wipe the shit from my ass when I'm sick or incapacitated.
we got hospice. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
We
no,
got
no,
we
no,
got
no.
group
See,
homes. We got.
this is the no. We're not doing that.
But
No,
Carl, this is the world we live in, man. Like,
no. I'm gonna tell you. I'm
I
gonna tell you
feel
why.
you.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that either.
Why you like that?
Too many people are being found deceased in their house, and nobody know about it till days later. They're single, living alone.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
I
Now, if
get
you
it.
had a partner Ain't nowhere in the world we didn't know you was deceased till 4 or 5 days, 7 days later. Because your man or your woman would have came home and be like, yo, what the fuck?
See, but that's why, Carl, I keep telling you, man, you gotta line them up and you gotta be slinging that thing. So that way, when they call for their appointment, they know you gone. So they gonna call, and then the other one gonna call before you know it, your funeral paid for because they missing that slinging thing, Carl. You gotta sling it back. You gotta knock them down, Carl. The only reason you line them up is to knock them down, Carl. You gotta line them up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Carl, you got to. You see, here's the thing, right?
I'm not saying that prayer no more. But there are some dudes. I don't mean nothing negative, but there are some dudes that, boy, you better hope you don't have a car accident, get hit by a bus, and your shit gets cut off because
oh man,
let
it's
me tell
over.
you something.
It's over for him.
You don't want to be that guy with your shit mangled and stitched up, and you can't do what you did back in the day.
Nah.
That's what you get for putting too much emphasis on what's between the legs and not the
Wait.
quality. All right, I'm just
Hey,
leaving that
I
alone.
feel you. I feel you. Both going to deteriorate over time, you know what I'm saying? Both going to deteriorate over time. But at the end of the day, if you have a bunch of children with a whole bunch of baby mamas, one of the kids is gonna love you. Now I'm saying, what are the children gonna love you, Carl? That's what you gotta do, man. You just gotta spread your seed out
You're
here.
going. Listen, you're
I'm just
going on
telling you.
hope. Don't do
Ain't a
that. Don't do that.
Jamaican man in the world ever had an empty funeral, beer pitting in their mouth. Read bad man. I'm just saying, I think the Jamaicans got it right, Carl. Because they be having 22 babies, 17 baby mamas. Now I'm saying, and they be
I'm
getting
never
taken
going.
care of.
I'm
Now I'm
never going to
saying,
co-sign. I'm never going to co-sign that a day in my life.
I think
I'm
you should
never
come
will.
on to the Jamaican side, Carl. I'm telling you,
No,
brother.
no,
The
no.
water is fine over here, Carl.
That's
Come
the
on
last side.
in.
That's the last side I would go to.
Come on. Don't you want children? You said you need
Listen,
somebody at your
listen,
deathbed to come wipe your ass, right? Your
listen.
children go do it for you.
I'm trying to
You know what
be.
I'm saying?
I'm trying to be cultural sensitive, but I'm telling you, New York style. I've seen too many Jamaican dudes wanting to get laid, and the moment the women get pregnant, they disappear.
Gone, them gone.
So
Them talk ninja.
okay, so they're not trying to be with a family and married 20, 30. They're not trying to do
Oh
that.
man, ain't no way they
Come on,
could do
man.
that. It's too
Come
expensive
on,
out
man.
here, man. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying?
Selfishness, man. But denial. I gotta emphasize again, denial. All the different forms of denial is basically summed up into stop lying to yourself and then projecting it to others and get mad and complain when they don't want to believe you or feed it.
Yeah,
Because
they're not gonna feed into your delusion.
come on, man, that Jesus Christ.
That
If
man
I hear
said throw.
one more chick talking about she got good coochie, I swear to God,
I be
I'm
asking
just
them how
gonna
you
let
know that. Just ask them how you know that. Oh, I've
I'm
been
telling you,
told. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know they lied during the heat of the moment.
Of
Trust
course,
me.
trust me.
Trust me.
I don't lie, Carla. I done lied. I just want to hit again. You know what I'm saying? I done lied. Told you it was good when it
Listen,
wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Be like that
like I
sometimes.
said, that's one of the lies, and I try to do both sides, men and female, but this one goes for both sides. Convenience. If you want convenience, just say that. Stop
That's
lying.
it.
Stop saying you want a relationship, but in reality you want a convenience.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. So, okay, Evo done Evolutionary says Evo done says she ready for them final thoughts. So
Oh
go ahead.
shit.
Go ahead.
Damn. I
Go
was
ahead.
about to
I know.
hit the other question, but no problem.
Hey, time done flew today, boy.
Mother heifer.
Yeah, check that chat.
Ooh.
All right. So,
You
final
go first,
thoughts.
brother.
I'm gonna open up. You know what I'm saying? They say age before beauty, but this time it's gonna be beauty
Lord
before
have
age.
mercy.
All right. So listen, man. Final thoughts, y'all. We all busy, but make sure you get some sleep. Know what I'm saying? Get rested. Make sure your bellies is full. Put yourself in a good state of mind. Because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save us, right? We got to save ourselves. And you want to make sure that you're in a positive state of mind because success can only happen in a positive state of mind. If you're in a negative environment, right, it's either going to make you negative or you might be that light to change that environment. But it's either you got to get out the environment or change the environment. Far too often, that negative environment is the 6 inches between our brains. So speak positive into yourself, speak life into yourself, believe in yourself. You can do it. There is help out there. Yes, the world is going to hell in a handbasket, but it doesn't mean you have to join. So stay positive, keep your mindset strong. Whatever God you believe in, make sure you locked in with them. Read, stay physically strong, stay mentally tough, and we going to the top, baby. Like, share, subscribe. We're going to see y'all next week.
Salute, salute, salute. I like that. Woo wee.
Write it down. Ain't work out too well.
Oh Lord. Um, before I make this very, logical, intelligent, or intellectual closing thought, I do want to congratulate my brother that came up earlier, um, brother Coach. And I apologize to the audience that normally we have a full deck up here, but due to unforeseen circumstances, brothers couldn't make it. So we have to carry the show regardless. So salute to that anyway. But final thought. It's been a hell of a day. I learned a hell of a lot today. I've been on some wild lives today on Instagram, and enough is enough. I'm gonna say it, and I really don't care anymore because we're contributing to the outcome that we complain about in one way or another. We're contributing to it. And I say this because, like I gave an example during the show, stop saying you want something, but you're not prepared for the full responsibility haul that comes with it. If you say you want a good woman, then be prepared to be that good man for that good woman in every facet, not bits and pieces, not layaway, not Groupon, not excuses. So for a woman to say she wants a good man of whatever sort or whatever description, the realistic part of it is how much of that man that you're talking about would make him want you. Why you're not attracting those type of dudes? Why they're not lined up? Why you're not married to one? Why are you single for how many years? And these guys is not in your face. I keep saying about denial. I keep saying about um, purpose and design. But the real bottom line is stop lying to yourself and stop trying to project and think other people are supposed to believe in your lie also. You're not ready. You're not ready. It's okay. Nobody is going to, persecute you because you're not ready. Build up, be ready, and they come to you. But be prepared for what comes with it. Guys, you don't want a chick with kids? Fine, don't. But if you do deal with a chick with kids, man, you better have everything together. From if she got, like I said, if she got 2 kids, dude, you better make sure you got a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment or home. Otherwise, stay out of these women faces, man. You're not prepared. Because her house get on fire and she's been sleeping with you for 6, 8 months. You can't even say, come stay with me because what you gonna do? Huh? Especially if you're the only male in the household. What you gonna do? Or she got a boy and a girl. Everybody can't be. We're not gonna do like the Chinese and other facets where we all in the same living room, sharing one bathroom. So all I'm saying is be prepared for what comes with, you know, the same way for those that smoke weed, you make sure you got paper when you got weed, right? You make sure you got a fork before you eat because we're not going to eat with our hands. Be prepared. That's all. You got gas in the car before you start driving off to, whatever. Be prepared and stop complaining. Salute. Get your life insurance on.
At this point, Carl, I think you sell life insurance. I swear you sell life insurance. I sell life insurance. And I don't push life insurance as much as you.
Hey, that's my contribution because I very much
Oh
figured out
man.
the more black people get life insurance, the more their insurance company is going to defend us. And that will
That's
stop
true.
a lot of police brutality as well as a lot of other things that's going on around us. We become more valuable.
We become our lives become more expensive.
Yeah, of course, of course,
Yeah,
of
you
course,
feel me?
of course, of
Yeah,
course.
they, they
So
don't they don't they don't want all these black families getting millions and millions because they killed their papa and all that other stuff. I feel you, brother.
come
I
on,
feel
man.
you. But you know what's gonna happen though? We just gonna spend it on Jordans, PlayStation 5s, and Hennessy, man. We all saw what we did with that little stimmy check, man. We
Everybody's an
was acting a
entrepreneur.
damn fool.
Everybody's an entrepreneur and everybody's jobless, homeless. I don't know how to describe this anymore. All
That's
I
it.
can ask people to do is come back next Thursday. We have a full deck. We still got a lot of topics to cover. Please like and subscribe. We have no problem with good or negative comment. Just come
That's right.
back, tell a friend, and hey, if you got some questions, hit us up. We don't mind, discussing whatever questions you bring up.
That's it.
This is an
That's it.
interactive thing. So come back to the barber shop. Next time we'll have more guys in the shop ready to talk and have these discussions. Salute. Stay safe out
Salud,
there
family. We out,
and be
man.
prepared.
That's right. Continue.